This location is called Vulture's Roost in the Jaffa system. We're at this planet. Here's the system. We're down here. And the location is going to be right here. This should make it pretty easy to get to this location. Now, what you can do here is the same thing we've showcased in other locations. You can get off your ship, and as soon as you get off your ship, all you have to do is go back, go all the way over to Sol, go to Venus, and wait 6 hours. By waiting 6 hours on Venus, you will duplicate multiple things, which I will showcase in this, but you will also reset a lot of contraband and things like that that you can pick up. I'm going to be showing off this location. Yes, when it resets, the enemies do come back, so you'll be able to get some experience there. I will be using, I'm assuming, probably console commands to show you this a little faster as we go, but that's where you start off. If you head right in here, you're going to find a weapons case, as you can see here. This was from 3 trips to this area, resetting it before I even did a full clear, and we have this. Go over here. This is going to have as many helmets as you've reset, which is pretty cool. Try to get some good stuff there. Now, there's going to be a lot of credits and things laying around that I'm going to skip. I'm probably going to miss some weapon cases. I'm going to be honest. This is a very confusing location, as you can see. Now, when I also came here, I had to clear out all the enemies because they do respawn. Down here are 2 weapon cases. As you can see, this one here has this in it. As you can see, multiple. We're going to go ahead and unlock this using a console command to show you for time. This, for whatever reason, did not reset, so I'm not worried about that. This will reset, but it will not stack. So these cases like this will stack, which is nice. That means you can come in here, you can leave, go back to Venus, and stack. We're going to continue through. Now, at this point, you'll see Dagger over here. If you haven't gone through here yet, this ship will not be here. And yes, I'm going to go this way just to show it. You can skip pretty much all this part of the level. This is going to have a bunch of contraband, but if you're trying to just go for things that stack, you can avoid that and just head over this way. The gravity's really low here, so getting over here is pretty easy, as you can see. Now, even when you reset, there will be enemies spawn. As you can see, I beat these when I came, and it does appear that they stack, which is rather interesting. You probably have to defeat them to make it stack, so you wouldn't have to do it. I'll show you boarding the ship. As far as I'm aware, the ship does not reset. I tried removing some contraband, and I just dropped it afterwards, and it's still there. This guy does reset and just has more loot. That's weird to me. This does not reset, and this does not reset. So the only thing you would get benefit-wise by not taking Dagger is you would get these enemies right here to defeat standing inside, and they're very easy to defeat. Now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and use console commands. Maybe I will. I'm going to use console commands to show you, or maybe I am. Come on now. There we go. Now I'm going to use console commands to show you around. I don't use console commands all that much. So, up in here, you're going to have a lot of enemies you can fight. There's going to be, of course, a lot of junk just laying around if you want to pick up a bunch of stuff. I forgot one. So there you can see there's one right here. He has 2 weapons. That might be because I've defeated them twice. But let's continue on. Sometimes enemies do stack loot. Sometimes they don't. It seems hit or miss. So for this, you would be up here. So there's this. You could probably even just jump up here if you wanted. And when you go to the right, there's going to be this room here. And this room here is very nice. This room here is going to have this storage box is military crate. This resets every time but does not stack. So if you're making a trip every time, grab it. This does not stack, but you can go ahead and access to this and see if there's anything legendary. Here is a weapon rack, and while it says master, we're going to unlock it. As you can see here, this does actually stack, so you'll get stack here. There's nothing on this. These stack. Well, the 2 that actually have items, they stack. So here's another place you can go if you wanted to just hop on the planet, leave, wait. You can stack this up if you'd like. And if we continue on, more enemies here. As you can see here, this one looks like they stack because I defeated them twice. It's just a weird exploit where you can just stack up loot like this. Now in here, there's going to be a lot of locked doors. Like here's a locked door to go in, and there's just a raw helmet sitting there. There's some credit sticks. It doesn't really matter. I don't really think this is worth going to. You go over here, and there's going to be some just rooms. In here, you can find just some stuff. Here's some contraband. So this contraband will reset every time, and this takes an expert. You can also just watch this and go through with your lockpicking skill and see if it's worth it to you. This is advanced. Advanced is going to give you access to this cache, which is pretty nice. And also you have the organs here. And of course, this shepherd's pie, which I'm sure you need. That's not nearly all, though. When we go in here, here's a pool table. Yeah, defeated him. Trying to make sure I grab all the highlights so you know where to look around here. This is still on that top level. This is where you'll come in if you go through the normal way. At least that's how I first came in, by like climbing up from where my ship is. So this is how you would enter if you don't do the back entrance like I did. Let's go ahead and head down here. Somewhere there's a... Oh, is this it? No. There's a bathroom that has some illegal stuff in one of the bathrooms. Here is the big part, though. So you go down to the bar, and you go down here. These are all going to be locked doors. So this one takes novice, and if you go inside, there's a stacked weapons case. And those appear to have a high chance of good loot. At least that's what I'm getting there. And, of course, there's a credit stick here. And you go back out, and that'll stack up every time you come here, whether you enter that room or not. Then you're going to have this here. And here is going to be some Aurora, some more contraband, some credit sticks, and also a contraband case, which I don't know how... So I want to ask someone if you're watching, how do I make that stat thing stop to where I can't actually unlock things, like, quickly for videos? Because I don't use console. Here it is. Yeah. This bathroom door is the one that has the Aurora, credit sticks, and Synapse Alpha. It's in here. And if we go upstairs to number 5, again, expert, you go inside. You're going to find raw helmets and things. These won't duplicate because they're not in there. You're going to have 2 Aurora. You're going to have harvested organs, spacesuit. This will reset. There's another contraband cache. So much contraband. So these contrabands sitting out like this, they will reset every time you come back here after waiting 6 days on Venus. So you have to physically come collect them. This, for example, as you can see, is a stand. This has backpack stands on it. So many backpacks. These will stack infinitely just by you landing down. The safe will be only, I'm thinking of the word. Only when you come here and open it, it won't stack. This won't stack. And credit sticks. But I just kind of wanted to show this place off. I know this isn't new, but if you're someone who was, and here's, we can go up here and check this out. If you're someone who's been looking for more locations to take advantage of using the Venus weight, this is pretty cool. If you're trying to like stock up on contraband for whatever reason, this place is pretty cool, and it resets, so that's pretty awesome. This is a pretty empty area, though. Oh, I can just go through this. I think that's basically all the important areas for this particular zone. Yeah, and then out here, you can go around, and there'll be enemies, and there's where I came in. And here's a bunch more stuff where there'll be enemies you can defeat. Just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything major here. This allows you to unlock a door. I'm not sure which door it is. Probably this jail door here. Yeah, it's going to be this jail door here because there's Aurora inside. So you'll have to open that every time if you want. But yeah, if you have some digipicks and you want to go stock up on some contraband, or you're wanting to go and stock up on just stacking up loot, like enemy loot, here you go. If you're wanting to level up, I mean, theoretically, I believe you can just run through here, defeat all the enemies. It'll, as you saw on some of the bodies, it'll double stack the loot. You could not even loot them, just run through, defeat, go back to Venus, wait, come back, and get some level ups. So just a nice all-rounder location I thought I would show off. If you know any other locations that are pretty cool, let me know. I'm always looking for a location that's kind of fun to check out. I have been grinding the game quite a bit lately, trying to find like quest locations that can be abused. Haven't been that successful. Again, I'm going to mention it in this video for anyone who stuck around. I am thinking about doing content for Lords of the Fallen, which comes out on Friday. So don't be surprised if you see that content end up on the channel. Hopefully this helps some people out looking for some places to you know, get some loot.